I stole this channel. Also, I stole this joke from Austin. He's amazingly funny to me. He pointed out that there was a discussion about whether somebody can say the N-word or not, and how funny that is. It's just an expression, of course, but the question of whether you can say a word, and it's really worth saying may we see the N-word, because it reframes it. And the question then is obviously directed at African Americans. And yet I find that the most strident supporters of niggerphobia are actually Caucasians. That white people are firmly convinced that the answer to may you say the N-word is no. That's my family's problem. I am an N-sayer, and they are all naysayers whenever I talk about humanization. But they aren't naysayers about the quality of racism. They all have their feelings that are strong and against racism, but they just think that it is racist for a white person to say that word because of history. And they have a point, but that point has risen up into an astronomical feature of our universe, like a giant dildo crushing the sun. And so the point becomes petty at some point. And you just have to say, can we say it? Yes, the word is nigger. We can say it. And may we say it? Who decides whether you can say a word or not? You do. How about should we say it? What is it? It's a noun. What is its primary definition? A derogatory term for a black person. Should we say that? Probably, usually not, unless it's really relevant. Let's look at a second definition. That one's not that useful. A referent referring to somebody who is oppressed, like the Irish are the niggers of Europe, or the transsexuals are the niggers of Chris Rock and the hilarious comic that I can't remember the name of, that I'm struggling over. Anyway, David something. Anyway, not me, David. Dave Chappelle. Transsexuals are the niggers of Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock's stand-up comedy act, because that's where all the jokes get dumped on, you know? So it's a simple concept. Should we say that nigger? Yes. Talking about the oppressed within a group? That only makes every bit of sense. That's a perfect thing to talk about. What about if it means human? Should we talk about it? A little. I overplay my hand because they've overplayed theirs. And it's the kind of situation where you don't know what you're struggling against, so you get really extreme in your gestures and ways of reaching out and declaring to the universe what you think. It's one of those quixotic things, like tilting at windmills or watching Pre-Med 2. What was the point of that? Why didn't that end in anything productive? Wrong side of issue. Anyway, who cares how I feel about that guy? He doesn't even. He's not coming back. And if he did, I would complain about him more, 'cause he hurt my little feelings. What if saying the N-word hurts some black people's feelings? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Whether you're black or not, what happens if saying the N-word hurts a niggerphobe's feeling? By definition, it does. Niggerphobes are the touchy-feely N-word taboo police. I am sorry that I hurt your feelings. I remain proud to be a nigger, and I reject your racist framing of everything around this issue. And I think it's high time that we talked about nigger rights. And I'm not sure that those rights include lethal weapons like guns. But they do include cocaine and organ sales. So already in that sentence, we have tons to work out and to do. But nobody's going to do it because nobody makes those points. Nobody cares about these issues. Who's on the main stage trying to legalize sex work? It's not, nobody even brings it up. Cornel West would be on board. Why don't people ask him how he feels about legalizing cocaine? Anyway, all I can do is preach. Have a good day. Goodbye.